just a couple weeks left now in the regular season. What do you want to see your team accomplish and kind of improve as the playoffs arrive?
Continuing to defensively stay sharp as we've been. Continuing to just be connected like we've really been down this stretch, understanding who we are. And the biggest thing for us is just to keep the continuity going and continuing to get better, because at this point of the year we feel like we know who we are, what we're about, and that's that.
The Jazz, last time you played them, really put on a shot-making show. What makes their offense so difficult to deal with, and how do you kind of try to counteract that tonight?
They do a great job really spacing the floor, shoot a lot of threes, and remember last time they just caught fire on us. We felt like we were there, and they just got in such a good rhythm. It was just tough. So I think that the challenge for us tonight is to make sure that we come out with high energy and are able to to take away those open looks, and then we have to be able to, on the other hand, be able to move the ball pretty well. Obviously with Gobert there and him having the impact that he can have defensively, we have to make sure that we do a good job moving the ball and getting the shots that we want.
The lob pass to Robert Williams. Have you ever really thrown alley-oops before? Have you ever had a target like that? I thought back maybe Josh Smith. And then how did that kind of evolve where you guys have the chemistry with that and the timing on that?
I've done it in the past, definitely. But to have a guy like Rob, that's just fun for me. Honestly, just throw it anywhere in the area of the backboard and he's going up there and getting it. And I think it's just now, the way the teams are playing us, doubling JT, doing different things. It's forcing me to kind of step up and put me in positions to make some of these plays. And it's not really hard to throw a lob at Rob Williams. It's just like I said, it's throw it out there somewhere. He's going to go get it and he's going to make a great play out of it. So it's a great asset that we have, and I'm having a lot of fun with it.
Thanks.
On Zoom questions, we have from Abby Chin.
Hi, Al. I'm in the car. Sorry if you can't hear me. I have two. What are your thoughts on Defensive Player of the Year, since you guys have the #1 defense? Conceivably, you could have three guys up for it. And then, are you really okay with calling Grant Williams Batman?
The Defensive of the Year, that's Player of the Year. Obviously, it's something that we'll see what happens. But like you said, we have the best defense. Rob has been unbelievable for us this year. We've asked so much of him, and he's been able to deliver. And I think that he needs to get serious consideration for that. And then with Marcus, the job that he's done, how consistent he's been, there's no question about it, that he deserves to be in those conversations. And we'll see what happens at the end of the year with that. But we've proven that we're the best defensive team and that we're consistent in that regard. As far as Grant goes, the jury's still out. With that one. I think right now we're doing the Marvel characters. So, maybe we'll do a DC edition. He's the one that leads it anyway. So if we do the DC edition, we have to have a vote because, there's been an uproar about that. But I'm behind him. I'm supporting him right now.
Mark Murphy.
Hey, Al. How do you feel at this point in the season just about how you're doing physically? Are you going to need some downtime before the playoffs come, or just how have they maintained you and how have you maintained yourself?
Yeah, no, that's a good question. I feel like our medical group has done an unbelievable job with me this year. As you can see, I've been available. I've been able to play. haven't had really any issues. Been very happy with the job that I've been putting in the treatment room, weight room, all those things that I'm doing to put me on the floor. So I'm in a really good place with that. But obviously, I know that the playoffs are coming. We have been playing at a pretty high rate. So I'm sure that at some point or another, I am going to have to take a game or whatever, or something like that, to make sure that I'm at my best, moving forward. It's just the way that the season is. But I've been pretty happy with how I felt, all season. But understanding the bigger picture, I'm sure, at some point I'll look into that.
John Corrales.
Yeah, Al, my question was kind of along the same lines, but what's the balance between rest and keeping the continuity, like you said, at this point of the season? Because you definitely all want to be healthy, but you don't want to lose any of that chemistry, the timing, and all of that stuff. So what's the balance between that moving forward?
No, it's a fine line, and it's something that we're gonna have to lean on coach and the medical staff, whatever they're gonna decide with these things. But I do believe that we do need to continue the continuity that we have going, and but also we have been. It's been a very tough stretch that we've had. A lot of good teams, a lot of high competition. And it's great. It's great for our group. It's just preparing us and getting us ready for that. But there's something that's, I'm sure that they'll figure something out at some point. But for us, we just have to keep playing the games and just trying to win as many games as we can.
And Bobby Manning.
Hey, Al, you guys had a game in January against the Wizards where Marcus came back, and I know you had a conversation with a lot of you guys in the locker room about, just sort of being that point guard, saying they loved you guys, and you guys have rarely lost since then. Can you, discuss his evolution as a point guard this year and really taking on that role and kind of having a chip on his shoulder in that role and trying to prove to you guys that he can be that point guard?
There's never been any doubt in my mind about Marcus's ability and him leading this team and being a point guard. And I think that he's been able to show it. I think that for all of us, we all kind of had to figure it out early in the year, when we kept talking about we got to be patient, we got to keep working, we got to work through a lot of these things. It's not only him, it's all of us getting acclimated, getting used to playing with one another, getting used to the coaching style, new system, things like that. Those things take time, and I'm just glad that they gave us the opportunity to kind of be able to stick together and keep working and breaking through. Also, we had injuries, a lot of guys missing games. We just never had kind of like that full group. So there's never been any question about Marcus's ability, and it's just fun to see him lead our team right now. He leads us, making the game easy, but also, making plays for us defensively. On offense, he's feeling it out. He's speaking up when he needs to. So, we're really happy with him, and it's just nice to see him come to his own.
Wrap it up right there. Thank you, Alan.